The more sensitive you are, the more certain you are to be brutalized, develop scabs, never evolve. Never allow yourself to feel anything, because you always feel too much. Privacy is not something that I'm merely entitled to, it's an absolute prerequisite. I had to read Wuthering Heights for English, and I never enjoyed a book in all my life as much as that one. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Do you spend time with your family? Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Most of the successful people in Hollywood are failures as human beings. Regret is useless in life. It's in the past. All we have is now. If there's anything unsettling to the stomach, it's watching actors on television talk about their personal lives. We only have so many faces in our pockets. An actor's a guy who, if you ain't talking about him, ain't listening. The nonconformist, how do you keep from getting scarred? I don't. I got a scar here, and I got a scar on my knee, and a few scars on my soul. If we are not our brother's keeper, at least let us not be his executioner. An actor is a guy who, if you ain't talking about him, he ain't listening. All I want to be is normally insane. A sensitive person receives 50 impressions where somebody else may only get 7. Sensitive people are so vulnerable. They're so easily brutalized and hurt just because they are sensitive. The more sensitive you are, the more certain you are to be brutalized. Develop scabs. Analysis helps. It helped me. But still, the last 8-9 years I've been pretty messed up, a mess pretty much. George Bernard Shaw said that thinking was the greatest of all human endeavors, but I would say that feeling was. Allowing yourself to feel things, to feel love or wrath, hatred, rage. Every time you get knocked down, you get up stronger. Hey, you want to hear my philosophy of life? Do it to him before he does it to you. Acting serves as the quintessential social lubricant and a device for protecting our interests and gaining advantage in every aspect of life. There's a line in the picture where he, Johnny, the wild one, snarls, "Nobody tells me what to do." That's exactly how I've felt all my life. I don't stretch my hand out anymore, but I never get tired of waiting for the next magic. Horror and moral terror are your friends. Food has always been my friend. When I wanted to feel better or had a crisis in my life, I opened the icebox. An actor must interpret life, and in order to do so he must be willing to accept all experiences that life can offer. Acting is the least mysterious of all crafts. Whenever we want something from somebody or when we want to hide something or pretend, we're acting. Most people do it all day long. Acting, in general, is something most people think they're incapable of, but they do it from morning to night. The subtlest acting I've ever seen is by ordinary people trying to show they feel something they don't, or trying to hide something. It's something everyone learns at an early age. Ask most kids about details about Auschwitz or about how the American Indians were assassinated as a people and they don't know anything about it. They don't want to know anything. Most people just want their beer or their soap opera or their lullaby. I don't think I was constructed to be monogamous. I don't think it's the nature of any man to be monogamous. Men are propelled by genetically ordained impulses over which they have no control to distribute their seed into as many females as possible. I don't mind that I'm fat. You still get the same money. I believe I did what honor dictated and that belief sustains me, except for a slight desire to be dead which I'm sure will pass. Hollywood is run by Jews, it is owned by Jews. Elvis Presley had nothing to do with excellence, just myth. Bertolucci is extraordinary in his ability to perceive. He's a poet. He is very easy to work for. An actor is at most a poet and at least an entertainer. Acting is the expression of a neurotic impulse. It's a bum's life. Quitting acting, that's the sign of maturity. Acting is an empty and useless profession. The nonconformist, how do you keep from getting scarred? I don't. I got a scar here, and I got a scar on my knee, and a few scars on my soul. Do you remember when Marilyn Monroe died? Everybody stopped work, and you could see all that day the same expressions on their faces, the same thought, how can a girl with success, fame, youth, money, beauty, how could she kill herself? Nobody could understand it because those are the things that everybody wants. And they can't believe that life wasn't important to Marilyn Monroe, or that her life was elsewhere.